We're going to start lying down on our backs. Get comfortable there. Extend your legs out. Let them fall open. Take a moment to just sort of be heavy. Let yourself sink into the floor. Move awareness from one part of your body to another. Spend a few moments, a few breaths, in each limb. Just finding little places that you can feel from the inside. Maybe it feels like, oh, that one just relaxed a little bit more. Oh, I got a little bit right there. That's all. I mentioned your breath, but I still haven't officially told you. I suppose everybody's done this a time or two. So you know how to take control of your breath. But if you haven't, well, there now you've been prompted. Breathe in and out through your nose. Bigger inhales, a little more relaxed on the exhale. So to get started, well, I guess we've sort of gotten started already. By the way, if you're still moving through calming bits down or moving into your breath, take your time. I'll tell you what, I'll set a couple of minutes on here so I don't get too lost in it. But try kind of cactus arms, elbows out from the shoulders, fingertips pointed sort of up above your head, your palms up. And I'm hoping for most of us, when I put mine up there, you can just start to feel a little bit of something there in the sort of the armpit or that little tendon thing that runs down the front of the shoulder there, where the chest muscle comes across and joins in. Just a little bit's all we're looking for. We're going to try and find a little space, just a little discomfort, just a little pressure. And try and work on that small muscle, that small little space just at the end, or just. And then some suggestions. Now, if you're the type who's got to always keep going for the next thing, take it slow, take it easy. But what we're eventually going to start doing is bringing the fingertips either closer together or higher up, further away from the top of your head. Some of you might be a little more open in the shoulders. You might have to go a little further to find the thing I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be under your arm. It might be sort of between the shoulder blades or underneath them. I felt a little up on top of mine when I was playing around with this earlier. You're just looking for a little bit. One, maybe two areas of the body that start to act up on you a little bit. Now, according to my timer, you got about 3 minutes. Which kind of sounds like a lot of time. It kind of sounds like it might not be enough. It's been nice doing this home practice thing. I've got to let Donna lead me through a bunch of yin classes now. And I don't do them quite that often, but now that I have been, I wasn't normally doing them quite that often, but now that I have been, those first couple of minutes, I'm just figuring it out. By the time we get to the end, I always seem to be, just a little bit. I didn't quite get there. Hold on. If I could have just relaxed a little bit more. I should have started trying to calm down sooner. Stop trying to make it more intense. Start small. You can always add in. But the way I was thinking about it earlier, get to maybe not 100% easy before you move on, but 98%, almost just about finally relaxed in the thing. I mean, really relaxed in the thing before you start adding logs to the fire. told you you had 3 minutes, and now you got about half of 3 minutes. See? Which means we're halfway since I warned you about time, so it's time to add a little something to it. Maybe you do. Maybe I'm going to turn it back just a tiny bit and see, is it easier if I go back just a little bit? That's much easier. Find a little sweet spot in there. About a minute. Instead of thinking about, either whatever it is your mind wanders off and thinks about, or thinking about that little place that you're feeling, that you're trying to get into, maybe move somewhere else in the body. Think about some place that is relaxed. Maybe one of the muscles in your thigh, in your belly, somewhere along your body is really relaxed, and you can kind of use that as a model. Feel what happens. Pay attention to that. And then here's another data trick for you. I like this one too. Make somewhere between 1 and 5 more breaths this way. And then use the next, say, somewhere between 1 and 5 breaths to take your knees out wide, bring the soles of your feet together, and start to slide your heels up towards your pelvis. So you end up in sort of the butterfly pose, knees out, feet together. But don't hurry to get there either. Now, if you were starting to get somewhere with the arm thing, maybe you leave them just like they are. Typically what I have folks do once I get the soles of your feet together this way is interlace your fingers and bring your hands together behind your head. Maybe you try that one, and that seems to be working pretty good for the whole shoulder, and you call that the chest cage there, that upper belt. Anyway, if it seems to be pretty good with the hands behind the head, just stick with that. And if not, maybe you take them out overhead a little while, back into that sort of cactus thing you started doing. We'll let this palms downward over here. Same idea. You don't have to get to level 10 with the sensation, with the difficulty. You don't have to get to level 6, 5. Somewhere between, say, 5 and 3, that'd be just about right. If whatever it is you're doing has got some other part of you working to hold the part that you're trying to relax, so unwind that a little bit. Find the first place where you can be relaxed in as many places as possible and not have to hold on and maintain anything about it. Just a minute or so. All right, we're in that spot. 1 to 5 more breaths. And use a few more breaths to get yourself out of this. We're going to make supported bridge next. You're going to bring your hands down next to your sides. It might take a minute to get there. You're going to bring your knees together and put your feet on the floor. That might take a moment or two as well. If you want to do a couple of kind of windshield wipers or walk your feet out, bring your knees back and forth. Shake the arms out a little bit, rehabilitate yourself. When you get that sorted, supported bridge pose is where we'll go next. Just pick your hips up and slide whatever it is you've got for prop underneath. And it goes down a little bit lower, not in the curvy spot in the back, but just there at the edge of the hip bone. So it holds the sacrum, the place where the hips and the spine fuse together. And if you're used to a pretty big back bend, see what you can do with this one for a few moments. If you want a little more intensity, straightening your legs out this way is a pretty good way to do it. You could also try, just like we were a few moments ago, the feet together and the knees wide. Another one I like is the opposite of that, where the knees come together and the feet go out wide. But I've seen some interesting combinations, like one knee up and one knee out to the side, or one knee caved in, or the opposite of that. I was just thinking there's a sort of a hero's pose variation of this too. You can probably bring your feet back behind your hips and start getting up onto the tops of the feet. Just saying, somebody go that far. It's a possibility. Might work well for some bodies. Try not to let my limits be yours. My years of doing this, I've seen people do quite a few things that aren't going to work for me. It's not supposed to all work well for me. It's not supposed to all work well for you. We're all going to find a comfortable variation. A little over 3 minutes. Play around with it some. I spoke at the end of the last one about not having one part of the body engaged while trying to relax another. But maybe in this, you want to try it with a little more pressure in the feet. Take some of the weight out of the spine and bring it down with the legs. Or you want to try pulling your belly in some. See what engaging different abdominal muscles does. Hands don't necessarily have to be at your side. You should be able to breathe deep. So give you a couple of minutes to breathe deep. Find your way in. How's it going for you? What'd your mind get up to? It's good news, bad news time. Somewhere between 1 and 5 breaths left. Lift up. Remove the prop. Lower yourself back down. Maybe pull your knees into your chest. That's a pretty nice way to draw yourself out of that one. Wrap your arms around. Give your knees a hug. A little rocking side to side. And then we're going to rock forward and back a few times. Work our way up to a seat, but maybe, you still got a 1 to 5 breath thing going, so it may take you a moment or two. I thought we might just as soon sort of continue what we started. So once you get seated, soles of the feet together, knees out wide, heels in relatively close. Depending on what your prop is and how easy you are in this one, elevating your hips. I don't know if you can see I'm sitting on a bolster. Kind of nice in this one. Maybe you give it a spin. Maybe you don't need all of that. You can sit tall. Make the spine long for a few moments. So 2 things at the same time. One is lift the top of the head, sit taller. The other one is make the knees go out wider. Sit and breathe. Let those 2 things happen. My body, after somewhere between 3 and 5 breaths, I gotta go, oh yeah. Sit up a little taller, lift the top of your head, make your knees a little wider. And I'll spend a few breaths sort of relaxing into it. Sinking down a little. Fine. Lift up. Knees a little wider. Okay, this time, if you haven't already started, bring your hands onto the front of your shins, maybe out to the front of your toes, maybe even to the floor in front of you, but we're going to go just a little bit. Take a few breaths and have a feel for it. Feel how it's changed, just a few degrees of forward folding. And then inhale, kind of like sitting tall. Make your back long, make your knees wider. And then exhale. Into it. Take your time. Spend the next, go for like a whole minute. Just a little longer on the inhales. Creep your hands forward a little bit and sink a little further and take a few breaths. And then lengthen out again. And then creep into it a little further. Tell you what, rather than make my practice yours, I'll tell you that the timer has 3 minutes on it. If you want to get into the deep spots sooner, spend a little more time there. Don't let me slow you down. Stick with the thing here and kind of sneak up on it. Explore all the places between here and there. It's an option. half. We're halfway there. One to 5 more breaths. Start to work your way back out of that fold. Take a few breaths to do what needs to be done afterwards to get your body back together. We're going to do the sort of the same thing, but with the legs together and extended out in front of us. Kind of not the same thing at all. Okay. We'll start by just sitting up tall. Trying to feel for what the body's doing in step 1, stage 0. But I'm going to do the same thing here I did with the feet together fold. So maybe long for a few moments, sit tall, and then relax a little. And my idea is to do at least a minute or so, just kind of vertical here. Get used to lengthening and softening, and then remembering to engage and then soften. But anytime you want, you can start coming forward. That's ultimately where we're headed. And just like that last one, we'll have a few minutes to work our way out there into it. And just like on the last one, you want to get right out there into the depths of it. Go on. My idea is to make it a little more like a slow trip through the country. Stop and check out a big rock, somebody's extra fancy barn or something along the way. Look, there's a whole field of cows. Stop and look at these cows for a minute. It's a meadow. Oh. Lengthen out. Soften in. About a minute and a half. 1 to 5 breaths to work ourselves back up to approaching vertical. For the next one, you're going to bend the left knee. Take that knee sort of out beside the left hip. You're going for, corners of a square here, but do what you can manage. And same thing with the right leg. We're going to take that shin across the front of the mat. Your knee straight out in front of your hip, and again, corner of a square there. Let's set up in that for a few moments. Separate that for you in this one. Let's go forward first. Like we did with a couple of others now. Inhale to get longer. Bring your hands forward. Open them a little further when you exhale. Start working your way your chest toward the shin. And you kind of sneak into it and get right out there. 5 breaths. Start bringing your hands back underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back up out of that. When you get up, don't take your time. Do take your time. Exact opposite. You're going to take the left hand across to the right knee. Walk the right hand back a little behind you. You're going to look back over your right shoulder. Take a few breaths to work into this twist. Get taller when you inhale, twist further when you exhale. Slow and easy. Get both hands to the floor. Start to slowly twist a little further. Lower your chest down toward the floor. Sink into this twist. All the way down to the floor. And the arms out in T, left ear on the floor. Big twist means big breath. Just a minute or so left. It's 1 to 5 breath time. And a few more breaths for the transition in between. Logs of fire is our next one. We already got the right shin out there on the floor in front. We're just going to try and stack the left shin on top. Left ankle above right knee. Yours might start a little further down your leg. Your knees might not stack at the beginning of the thing. Hell, they might not stack at the end of the thing. Sit tall in that for a few moments. Draw in. Inhale, lift up. Spend a few breaths settling in. But then, well, because you've been in the whole class, and kind of repeat the pattern thing, we're going to start to slowly work our way forward. Or at least that's my idea. About a minute. Five more. Work your way back up onto that one. Take a few breaths to rehabilitate and shake that off a little. We're just going to do the same combination on the other side. So unwind a little bit. Get your left leg out of the way. So you can swing the right out to the right side. It's been 10 minutes or something. We started in deer pose. It's the one with all those square corners in it. Right knee straight out from right hip. Left knee straight out from left hip. Shin parallel with the front of the mat. And sit tall for a few moments. See what we can do about it. Where it does what it does. The body adapts. But I think I've done enough of it now that you know how it works. You'll start to work your way forward, either at super slow motion speed or maybe a little faster than that. The slow motion is to give you opportunities to explore the journey and not just the destination. It's your journey. Take it your way. About halfway there. Under 5 breaths to either enjoy this one a little further or start retracting yourself from it. We didn't move the legs for the next one, although after that forward fold you may need to reset a little bit. Sit tall for a breath or two in between. And the right hand comes across to the left knee. And the left hand starts to make its way back behind or beside your left hip. You start to look back over your left shoulder. But when you're ready, fold into the twist. Maybe it's twist into the fold. Twists want big breaths. We're already at a minute and a half warning. Breath warning. Logs of fire is where we went next. That's left shin parallel with the front of the mat. Bring the right one around. See about stacking them up. Sit tall for a few breaths, a few moments. Body a moment or two to adapt, a breath or two. So you're ready. Start moving forward. Goes halfway. Five breaths. A few moments to recover. A few breaths. You're gonna unwind your legs, extend them straight out in front of you. Roll them in and out a little bit, shake them out some. And take them out a little wider. Shake them out some. Bring your hands back behind your hips. One more thing. Press your hands into the floor. Push your chin up. Push your chest up. When you inhale, lift the chest a little more. Press the shoulders together behind. More inhale, lift up. Bring your chest back down and start to roll your spine back onto the mat, one vertebra at a time. As much slow as you can manage it. All the way down onto your back. And then it's Savasana time. So let go of your breath. If you need to change the posture in some way to be comfortable in it, help yourself. You got a few minutes, so you might as well be comfortable. Sink in. It's the 1 to 5 breath warning in Savasana. But good news, and then token about these home practices. You can always make a little help. It could be a pretty significant extended Savasana if you chose to. Nobody's going to chase you off. If you're fortunate, no place you got to be, right on time or anything. It's Sunday night. So if you want to stay, you'll stay. And if you're going to bring yourself back up to seated, then we'll start working in that direction. You don't have to hurry or anything. Hands together in front of your heart, bow your chin. End your practice this evening in gratitude. My gratitude to you for joining me tonight. My partner here as well. It's nice to have a body with you. It's been a real joy still being able to connect and do this with people. I can't tell you how grateful I am for it. Thank you. Lift your chin, lift your heart. Let your light shine. From the light in me, I see the light in you. And my light bows to yours. Namaste.